Well, welcome everybody to the Wednesday night Laguna Blends team update and training call. I am very excited to be hosting this call tonight. That we have a very special guest who's going to share with us some amazing information about how to grow your business fast and furious. He's done, his track record speaks for itself. Before I get into that, I just want to share a little bit about me. My name is Tony Estigoy.
And how's that for the best introduction ever?
And the direction of this company. Now, recently I just got back from 3 weeks in Colombia, in a beautiful country, but I bring that up because when I was doing some research while I was there, checking out some different storefronts that sold natural products, hemp is becoming a very big player in that country also. And tonight you're going to hear from our guest who's going to talk about the industry and the lifestyle of hemp. And I think you're going to get pretty excited. Like I had a chance to talk with this gentleman over the last couple of days. The first time that I spoke with him, I came away highly impressed. As a matter of fact, I felt like I was talking to a brother from another mother, so to speak. Just a great guy all around. And what I did as soon as I got off the phone with him, because I had been gone, I missed last week's phone call with him on there. And so I listened to that call, and I got to tell you, man, I wrote down note after note, and I said to myself, this guy is one guy I'm going to listen to. He gets it. He understands the products, and he is somebody that's going to be able to teach us, to lead us, and to show us exactly what we need to do. So I'll tell you what, tonight we do have a real treat for you. Charles Vest was introduced to us just last week on last week's call, and I got to tell you, unfortunately, a lot of people missed it, including myself. But after I listened to that replay, I became so excited about what he is bringing to the table that I said, please, Charles, will you do this call again? But I know last week was a product-focused call. Could you talk about the business side? And he said, absolutely. So I'll tell you what, he's going to share a few more stories about our amazing products, and he's going to talk about the opportunity. And I'll tell you what, man, I am honored to be able to introduce him tonight, and I'm so happy. Out of all the different network marketing companies that this 30-year veteran could have joined, he decided that Laguna Blends was going to be his home. And so with that, Charles Vest, I want to officially welcome you to the call.
Wow, thank you so much. I appreciate that. That was an awesome introduction. And I feel like I'm like 90 years old or something, 30-year veteran. But I started when I was 7 or something like that is what I guess I'm supposed to say. But thank you very much, Tony. I know from talking to a few people in Laguna Blends, I haven't met all of the leaders, but the one leader that stands out amongst all is yourself and Tatiana, and I know that you guys have paved the way for me. You have made it possible for this company to really start to shine and to really be seen out there as an industry player, and I would not have found out about this company nor had any interest in it if it wasn't for pioneers like yourself and Tatiana and David Green and all the others that just kind of came here before me. So I really honor you guys for being the pioneers. And those of you that are on this call tonight or listening to the replay, you're considered, or at least you have an opportunity to be considered, the pioneers of something that I call the hemp movement. And when you talk about a movement and then you put the word hemp in there, all of a sudden you start thinking, what the heck are you really talking about, Charles? I mean, hemp, isn't this something that has to do with cannabis, and are we talking about that crazy thing that everyone's smoking and trying to get legalized in all the different countries? And the answer is not really. You see, hemp has been around our lives, the human race's lives, for 8,000 years, and it's been, and hemp is the fiber, is the building materials, it's the rope that was made, it's the clothing that was used, it's the medicines that were produced, it's the detoxification products that were out there. Hemp has been a part of our lives forever. And it wasn't until recently that it got lumped into the same category as marijuana, and then got demonized, and there was a prohibition, and anything that came from the cannabis plant is now considered illegal, and that's what happened in the 40s. But let me just make it really easy for you guys on the call right now, and why I'm so excited about this product and having it be the foundation of the Laguna Blends products, and that, of course, is hemp. Hemp is from the cannabis family, but it's just like, the difference between oranges and lemons and tangerines and limes. They all come from the citrus family. But an orange is not a lime. A tangerine is not a lemon. They're two different plants that come from the same, foundational name of citrus, but they're entirely different plants. And in the cannabis world, more or less, the female psychoactive plant that has those psychoactive qualities is called marijuana. And on the full other side of the spectrum is a totally non-psychoactive plant. Nothing can happen but a headache if you try to burn it, but it has such great medicinal beneficial factors that have been used for generation after generation after generation, and it's just amazing that a plant that can grow in 6 months can be so important to our lives, and that's what's exciting for me. And everyone is starting to realize how important this product is. And I know, Tony, you wanted me to talk about building a business, but unless you get excited about the product that you have, unless you can really talk about how great this product is, it doesn't matter about the business, building a business, growing a team, recruiting, and sharing this opportunity with others. That doesn't matter unless you have a product that can stand on its own, that can be a product that no matter what happens in this industry, no matter what happens in Laguna Blends, people are going to want to keep using this product over and over and over because they found out the benefits of hemp. And then they found out the benefits of CBD, which is one of the main compounds that comes from the hemp plant. It is absolutely a game changer when it comes to your health and wellness. And I've been fortunate enough to be around hemp and CBD, really ingrained in an educational process for about 4 years now. And I got to tell you, I have seen so many lives affected by hemp and CBD that if you knew what I know, if you had the smile across your face right now that I have. I know Damon has it because he was there with me when we were doing it. I know Troy has it because he was there in the very, very beginning when we were learning about this incredible compound. And there's others of you on this call that have known me for a while, and you know there's only one thing besides my family and my granddaughter, there's only one thing that lights me up like this, and that is when I get to share about hemp and CBD. It is a product that you can't say enough about. I mean, let's face it. We're in the network marketing industry. Everyone knows it. And the thing about network marketing is that, you know, people don't buy your opportunity. They buy your products. And then if you look at what Brian Tracy says, he does a great job. He says people don't even buy your products. They buy the results that your products will provide. I will say it again. People don't buy products. They buy the results that the products will provide. And when you look at Laguna Blends for the products that are here today, let alone the products coming tomorrow, but when you look at the products that are here today, it's like you can just easily substitute the words. People aren't looking, for a protein shake, which we have. They're looking for good nutrition that's made with the best ingredients that can give them the biggest benefit and the biggest bang for their nutritional buck. That's what people are looking for, and that's what we have. And why do we have not just another protein shake that tastes great? We have a protein shake that tastes great with hemp in it, with the real plant, the real, Genesis plant that has the omega-6, 3, 6, and 9, and the fatty acids, and so many benefits. Why is it that we see hemp on the shelves of every health food store across the United States? Why is it that we see hemp on the end caps of Costco, Sam's Club, Walmart? Why do we see hemp products there? Because people are just now catching on about the nutritional value of hemp, the natural nutritional benefits that you can get from hemp. I mean, there's hemp milk, there's hemp water, there's hemp foods, there's hemp cereal, there's all these things. People are now starting to figure it out. And I'm telling you, folks, it's so funny because hemp's been in our lives for 8,000 years. And I'm gonna ask you a question. Those of you who are listening, I want you to just kind of think about a couple questions I'm going to ask you, and I'm going to tell you already know the answer. And I'm going to get to that in just a second. But our other products that we have, is the coffee, and people aren't looking for a coffee. That's not in this industry. That's not what people are looking for. People are looking for a way that you can drink a healthy coffee, that you can have actually, for me, I call it a relaxed intensity. If I can find a coffee that tastes great, that I can still be relaxed and not jittery, but have that intensity, that clarity, that mental attitude that says I'm ready to go and I'm thinking clearly, that's what I'm looking for, and that's what I found in our coffee. And why does it have those principles? Why does it have those properties? It's because it's hemp-infused coffee. There's something about this compound, this hemp, that has a neurological effect on our body, and there's a lot of information about it. Just Google hemp and CBD, and you're going to find out things that I can't say here because I'm not a medical doctor, but I've sure seen a lot of things happen when you start adding that compound, the most beneficial compound that has been already classified because of a U.S. patent to have some of the strongest I can't even say it right. Some of the strongest anti-inflammatory properties in the world, and we get to have hemp and CBD in our products. And as you know, every challenge that is out there, physical challenge, it all is surrounded. It all has to do with inflammation. Every challenge, all the pain, all the aches, all the this, all the stress factors are all centered around inflammation. So do your research, find out about hemp and CBD, and find out how it's going to have. If you knew what I know, if you have seen what I have seen, if you have researched how I have researched, you too will be a huge component of having a hemp lifestyle. And that's what we're going to teach you. That's how we're going to grow our teams here. That's how we're going to get people excited about our products, because we're going to teach you the value of having a hemp lifestyle. It's the same with opportunity, because, I wasn't looking for another network marketing company. I wasn't. I was looking for a company that puts people before profits. I was looking for a company that that believes in the right products, that if you have the right compounds and the right products, that you can actually make a difference in people's lives. And that's what Charles Vess is all about. If you've done any research on me, you know if I'm not affecting people's lives, whether it's physically, spiritually, emotionally, financially, if I'm not having an effect on people's lives, then I'm not happy. I'm not doing what I feel I was gifted to do. And so that's what this company provides me. It's not just an MLM opportunity. It's an opportunity to really have a beneficial effect on people's lives, and it starts with the products. And then it has to do with the people. And then it has to do with the comp plan and everything else. And all those factors had to come together for me to choose Laguna Blends. You may not be excited about Laguna Blends, but the only reason you're not is because you don't know what I know. You don't know what I have seen. You can't even fathom the way that our future products, which I was so blessed to hear about, that have to do with CBD and hemp, if you knew what I knew, then you would be extremely excited about the fact that this is a brand new company. It doesn't have an official launch until January of next year. It's going through pre-launch. They're going to have products that are going to be introduced over the next 2 weeks, not 2 months, not 2 years, over the next 2 weeks, that it's going to be a game changer in this industry, and you get to be part of that. Now, I'm going to ask you those questions that I said I was going to ask you, and here we go. I wrote down a couple questions. Did you know that there is a plant that is the closest to the human body, to the human complex, in omega-3, 6, and 9 fatty acids? There's only one plant that almost is identical to the protein structure of omega-3, 6, and 9 that the human body has. You can get omega-3, 6, and 9. You can get fatty acids in fish. You can get in all kinds of things. But there's one plant that has almost identical DNA structure of the omega-3, 6, and 9, and you already know the answer to that. It's hemp. Just letting you know about how crazy amazing this plant is. Now I'm going to ask you a question for you automotive enthusiasts. I'm going to ask you, what material is now used by BMW, Ford, and other, let's say 30% of automobile cars that are coming out right now on the assembly line? What material is being used to replace the foams, the styrofoams, and the plastic in the doors, in the seats, in the trunk, and as all the insulation? What material is being used? Yes, again, it is hemp. Hemp is being used. Look it up. Hemp is being used. Now I ask you this question. Why? Why would hemp, this crazy plant that makes these fibers and all this cool stuff, why would they use it in the doors and building these cars of the present and the future? Why? Well, I'll tell you why. The first reason is because it's lighter than the plastics and those styrofoams and all that stuff they throw in the cars now. It's 30% lighter. I'll tell you the second reason. It has an incredible flame-resistant property. It's like 10 times more flame-resistant than wood. Hemp is the fiber that they put in your car to help save your life. What's another reason? There's this thing called a negative fiber footprint, a negative carbon footprint, and this means that if there's a material, if it has a negative carbon footprint, this material actually will absorb carbon dioxide, what we breathe out, will absorb carbons into that material and actually clean the air just because it was there. And guess what that is, folks? You know the answer. It's hemp. I mean, when they're building hemp houses, they are actually helping the environment. And that is one of the main things. Right now I'm going to talk about building a team. That's one of the main things I want people to know when I talk about this company, Laguna Blends. I talk about the fact that if you just remember the 3 Ps, it could change everything for you and your family. Laguna Blends is a company that is a hemp lifestyle company. We're going to create a movement across the world about having a hemp lifestyle. And you're going to want, after we have a few more calls and a little more information and I get more chance to share with you, you're going to want to put hemp and CBD in your body, on your body. You're going to want to drink it. You're going to want to wear it. You're going to want to be around it. You're going to want everything that has to do with hemp and CBD. You're going to want to have that be part of your lifestyle, and you're going to be proud of it, because when you deal with these 3 Ps, you are really making a difference in the world, and that's what this company is about. I know it because I've talked to the owner. I've talked to the president. I've talked to people that are here, the leaders. I haven't had a chance to talk to the owners yet, so I don't want to say I have, but I've heard about them. I've heard they're great guys. Stuart Kawasaki is an amazing guy, and I appreciate everything that they're doing, even the publicly traded aspect. But what I do know for a fact is that they care about people. I've seen it clearly. And they care about their products, because I've seen the decisions that they've recently made about the product. And they're not cheap decisions, folks. They're making decisions because of quality. They're not making decisions just to make profit, okay? They're putting profit before, I almost said that wrong. That would have been a huge mistake. They're putting people and products before profits. And that's a big thing, but that's not the P I'm talking about. The P's I'm talking about are people, the products, and the planet. You see, if we don't start thinking about the planet, it's going to really get angry at us. And I'm not one of those tree huggers, and I'm not going down that path, but it's pretty obvious. There's more and more people, and we're destroying more and more of our planet every single day. I just found out the fact that the rainforest actually produces a third of all of our oxygen. Isn't that crazy? But anyway, someone's got to start making decisions, and it's got to start with us. And if we had a choice to choose to help the planet by using something that is better product, better for us, better for the planet, and it is something that grows in 6 months rather than 60 years like a tree, then I choose the 6 months better product, better for us and the planet. And that's hemp. And that's what we get to be surrounded by. So I certainly hope that got you excited like it gets me excited. I got 4 minutes here, and I'm going to talk a little bit about, growing a business. But, like Brian Tracy said, people don't buy products, and people aren't going to buy an opportunity. What they're going to look for is the benefits, and they're going to look for how can this company benefit us? How can me being excited about Laguna Blends, how can the comp plan in this industry, how can I be excited enough to really share this with other people? Because one thing I know is that when people talk to me about Laguna Blends, when they talk to me about our products, I guarantee you they're going to get excited because it rubs off. My passion for this plant, my passion for good, quality, clean products. I know the manufacturer that they're getting their products from. I've known them for years, and I know that these are good, clean, quality products that I would give my family. My granddaughter will have a hemp lifestyle, folks. She already is wearing hemp clothing. She's already getting a little drop of hemp in her food because I am such a proponent. I've seen what it can do, and if you knew what I know, you would have hemp in your diet every single day. And so with that passion, we're going to start really creating a movement. We're going to let people know that this company has a focus on helping you not only have a better life and better physically, but we also want you to have a better life financially. And the way that we're going to do that is we're going to give you a very simple compensation program. We're going to make it so simple that you can write it out on a napkin, on a cup napkin, the little square one, not the big ones that you get, at In-N-Out burgers. I'm talking about the little teeny ones that you get where you just barely can put your cup on it. That's how you're going to be able to write out our compensation plan. It's going to be that easy. And you're going to be able to share with people that you have made a decision, and that decision is to use hemp-based products and have a hemp lifestyle, and it's important, and you're going to share that importance with others, and they're going to actually lean forward towards you instead of leaning back. When you talk about, hey, we're doing a weight loss product, and they lean back and like, oh my God, here we go again. No, we're going to say about our products, and they're going to lean forward, and I'm going to teach you how to share our products and have them lean forward where they say, tell me more. How do I get my hands on this product? And when we have the proper sampling and we have these calls and we have, this amazing technology called Laguna World that people are going to be able to really kind of have a virtual tour of everything we have and all the things we're doing, it's a no-brainer, folks. I'm so excited about how we're going to build that I can't control myself. I've been on the phone all day long. My voice is raspy, and I'm going to stay on the phone till I pass out because I finally have found a home that has the same philosophy towards growing and towards products that I do. And so if any of you need me to help you talk to others, we're going to show you how you can use me in that way. I'm available. I'm going to be there to do three-way calls so you can introduce this product. And at the end of the three-way call, it's only going to take 5 minutes. And at the end of 5 minutes, you and the person that you put on the call with me are going to say, I don't know exactly how that compensation plan works, but I want in because whatever he's on, I want to be on. Whatever he's passionate about, I want to be part of it because passion it's contagious. And when you get this real passion inside of you, when you get excited like I'm excited, it's going to be like a magnet, and people are going to want to know what is going on. And you're going to be proud of this product. It was even in the anointed oil when you read the Bible. I mean, I can go on and on. But, yeah, you're going to find out more and more through education. You're going to be proud of this company more. You're going to be proud of the products and the products that are coming. And all I can say is hold on to your seats, folks, because it's about to get real fun. And I can't wait to see you guys all on the beaches of the world. Tony, thank you for having me on this call. I certainly hope that I was able to share enough of my passion and without being too crazy. And if you're there, I'm going to turn it back over to you. Are you there?
Charles Vest, I wish I can just jump into your brain just for 5 minutes and absorb everything that I just learned. Matter of fact, I even came up with your new nickname. And I don't know if you're going to like it or not, but I think I'm going to start calling you the Professor. Because I just sat through a PhD course in what you taught, and I can't wait for what you have to share as we progress further. And so, Charles, I got to thank you so much for everything that you just brought to the table, and I know there's so much more that you're going to bring. So, first of all, next Monday night, as we do each and every Monday, please be on the call. This is a great opportunity call. It is usually hosted by one of the top leaders. You might hear David Green on the call, along with the president of our company, Ray Grimm. And then next Wednesday is another training call that you do not want to miss. If you even liked half of what Charles just shared with you tonight, wait till next Wednesday. And so, with that, on the behalf of Charles Vest, my name is Tony Estigoy. I want to thank everybody for being on this call tonight. I hope you took a lot of notes. We did record it, and we will have that posted here very soon. And so with that, my friends, this call is officially in the books. Goodbye for now.